As a fashion student at the Academy of Art University, it's important for you to be able to understand the historical precursors of today's clothing. Doing so requires you to be able to find good sources of images and information when you're doing your research. In this tutorial, you'll learn about resources that the Academy of Art University Library has that will help you with the research you need to do to complete your History of Fashion assignments. As an example, suppose that your teacher has asked you to research the kinds of clothing that the flappers of the early 20th century actually wore. If you look up flapper on Google or another search engine, you get a lot of pictures like this. Most of these are costumes or modern interpretations of the look, ones that do not really portray the historical reality of the clothing that these girls and women actually wore. These stereotypical costumes will not help you with your research. Your chief resources for your History of Fashion assignments are visual resources, that is, images. But as we've seen, these images can't just come from any old Google image search. They must come from reputable sources so that you can trust that they are authentic or accurate. Your instructor has given you lists of great websites from museums, archives, and historical societies that you can use to help find the images that you need. Check your syllabus for the full list. The library also subscribes to many different online databases and resources that will help you in your research. When you use a database from the AAU library, you know that you are getting authoritative and accurate information. These are freely available to all enrolled students. To see the full list, go here to Find Resources and choose Online Resources. To use these resources, you'll be asked to enter your name and your student ID number when you click on the link. This is just to verify that you're a current Academy of Art University student. As you can see, the library has a lot of online resources, and we're going to single out a few that will be particularly useful to you as you do research for your History of Fashion assignments. First, let's talk about the Berg Fashion Library. Berg gives you access to a comprehensive fashion encyclopedia complete with images, as well as over 100 new and classic books about fashion. It's a great place to start when you're trying to get background information on a topic. This article gives some good information about the term flapper, which could be used as background material for your hypothetical research assignment. As you can see, you can also search by time period and by geographic location. Berg has a lot of information on fashion history topics, both ancient and recent. When you find an image or article that you are interested in, use the icon bar on the upper right screen to save, email, or print it. Let's move on to Oxford Art. Oxford Art is an online encyclopedia with thousands of entries focusing on art history from prehistoric to modern times. It also contains entries on fashion that will help give you background for the topic that you're researching, as well as images. This is an excellent place for you to get a broad overview of a subject. Now, let's suppose that your teacher wants you to research the clothing worn in the 18th century. Here, you can see that we found an encyclopedia entry that's all about dress in the 18th century, complete with image examples. You'll learn about the kinds of clothing worn by both men and women in different parts of the world, the historical and artistic backdrops of the era, as well as the titles of works of art in which this sort of clothing is shown. For later time periods, Vogue Archive is a great source of historical fashion information. It has every page of the United States edition of Vogue from its first issue in 1892 until today. You can use Vogue Archive to trace the evolution of different fashions. For instance, these flapper illustrations from 1919 versus this one from 1926. To find the images and information you need in Vogue Archive, you have two options. You can browse through full issues. Here, I'm flipping through the June 1919 issue in order to get the full effect of the issue. Or, if you're searching for something specific, you can use the search bar and type in your search terms. In your results, use this bar to select the date to search within. Here, I'm searching between 1918 and 1928. Either way you choose to find your information, Once you have found an image or article that you would like to download, you can email, print it, and save it. You can also use the Cite option to create a ready-made Mla citation that you can add to your essay. We'll talk more about citations in a moment. Wgsn and Wwd are our two most popular fashion databases. They focus on modern fashion rather than historical fashion. In this class, you're going to be asked to evaluate ways in which historical fashions are being reimagined as modern fashion trends. Wgsn is focused on fashion trend forecasting and analysis, in addition to having great street fashion, runway show, and fashion event images. In order to download images and reports from Wgsn, you need to set up an account. To do so, choose Menu, then choose the link that says Design Library. Once you're on this page, choose the link here on the bottom that says Create a Palette. You'll be asked if you're a first-time or returning user. Click on Create a New Account. Enter your information. Once you receive your confirmation email from Wgsn, you'll be ready to begin downloading. WWD, or Women's Wear Daily, is a great source for fashion industry news and information, which means you'll get a lot of runway images. To search for images, click on the magnifying glass icon on the top right side of the web page, and then enter your search term. Click on the article that you're interested in, and you can either choose the individual images or watch them as a slideshow. WWD does not give you a download button for images. If you want to save images, right-click on them and choose the option Save Image As, and then save the picture to your computer. Make sure you keep track of where you got the image, since you'll need this information to create a citation. Finally, let's talk about Luna. Luna is the Academy of Art University Library's image database. It contains over 350,000 images. Luna contains hundreds of examples of historical fashion and costume images by painters, sculptors, jewelry makers, craftspeople, and fashion designers. Academy of Art University instructors have put together image groups that pertain to Fashion 244. To get to these, go to Explore, then click on Media Groups. Type 244 into the keyword box, then choose the correct time period from the results. To search Luna for images outside of these image groups, use the search bar in the upper right corner of the page. Search terms that you can use include types of clothing, types of work such as embroidery, knitting, and sewing, designer names, or general keywords like fashion, costume, and textiles. Once you find an image that you're interested in, click on it in order to see it in full detail. You can zoom in and out, and print and save the image, and the sidebar on the left gives you a lot of important details about the work. As we've seen, the Academy of Art University Library has a lot of online resources available for you. In addition to what we offer, it's also worth your while to check out what's available to you at your local public library. They will have a great selection of books, movies, and periodicals that you can use in your research, and if they don't have the resource you're looking for, they can usually get it for you. Public libraries also have large collections of databases, ebooks, and online periodicals, so if you need to access an online resource that the Academy of Art University Library doesn't have, check with your local public library. To find a public library near you, use worldcat.org. Local students are also welcome to visit the AAU campus library at 180 New Montgomery. Once you've found the images that you're going to use, it's important for you to be able to create correct citations for them. What's a citation? A citation is a reference that allows you to properly credit the source of your material. Citations are important components of your assignments because they show your instructors that you've done the research and they provide other people with information on how to find the same facts and images. At the Academy of Art University, we use the Mla Citation format. There are special rules for creating an image citation, which I'll demonstrate now. If you have gotten an image from an online source, you'll cite it in the following format: the artist's last name, followed by their first name, the title of the work in italics, the year the work was created, the name of the institution or collection housing the work, the title of the database or website in italics, the publisher or sponsor of the online resource if you can find this information, the medium consulted, which means if you found this image online, that you'll write the word web, the date you accessed the work in this order: day, month, year. Finally, if your instructor requests it, put the URL of the work in angled brackets. If you found the image in a book or periodical, the citation format is very similar. First, the artist's last name, then their first name, the title of the work in italics, the year the work was created, the name of the institution or collection housing the work. Next, the title of the print source in italics, the author or editor's first name followed by their last name, the city the source was published in, followed by a colon, then the publisher's name and the year it was published, the page number. Finally, the medium of reproduction, which, since this is from a print source, means that you'll put the word print. The library's website has a whole page on creating correct citations. Check it for instructions and examples on how to format them. From any page on the website, go to Reference Help on the top menu bar and choose Mla Citation Guide. As you can see, there is a lot of great information out there for you. Start your research on the library's website, which gives you access to our online databases such as the Berg Fashion Library and Luna. Visit your local public library in order to access physical resources such as books and movies, as well as additional online databases. Check the Academy of Art University Library's Mla Citation page for reminders on how to correctly cite images and other resource types. If you have any questions as you do your research, you can contact the library and we will help you out. Email us at library@academyart.edu, call us at 415-618-3842, or visit us in person at 180 New Montgomery on the 6th floor. Happy researching!